Hey Rosebuds, welcome back to my channel, Rose Culture. I am Maya Rose Monroe, and I know it's been a minute since I made a video. I was actually sick for a little minute. I had to help my son get better, so mommy duties don't stop. Okay, today I definitely wanted to try to do something a little different today. So I was thinking of reading some different Reddit posts. This is going to be my raw, reaction to everything, raw commentary to everything, because I have not read these stories yet. So we're going to read it together, give my commentary, my advice about, what these people should do in their situations and all that good stuff. So before we get into it, if you could please subscribe to the channel, become a Rosebud to help the community grow. And I also want you guys to comment below as well, what you guys think, because the stories I found are actually really crazy. I only read the title and I was just like, ooh, let me just save that so I can read it for later. So we're gonna get into it. Please enjoy yourselves, and with that being said, let's go. So the title of this first Reddit story is, "My wife returned from a work retreat with a hickey. She swears it's a bug bite, but I'm not convinced. I'm at a loss. What do I do moving forward?" So that tells you a lot right there. But let's get into it before we judge. We listen and we gonna judge. All right, let's get into it. I'm a 27 male in a fight with my wife, 28 female. We've had fights before, but not this bad. I'm at a loss on how to proceed. For context, we're college sweethearts, married for almost 6 years. We have a daughter, 4, female. Okay. I don't know why you put female when you already said daughter. But anyway, our relationship was never perfect or without challenges. We faced some family oppositions with cultural differences, but we've made it work. She's my first love and my best friend. My wife works in corporate. Her job has an annual work retreat that lasts for about a week. This year, it was in Vegas. I'm gonna continue. I mean, come on, what happens in Vegas usually stays in Vegas. I'm gonna continue. I usually arrange my work schedule and tag along with her, and we make our own trip out of it. We couldn't this year. Our daughter gets major anxiety traveling long distances. We're working on it, but she wasn't budging, and we decided to choose our battles. So I stood behind and held down the fort at home. The change of plans was a bummer because the trip was part of us reconnecting as both a couple and as a family. My wife's work hours have taken a toll, and her work/life balance leaves much to be desired. We entertained the idea of her skipping the retreat. Attendance is optional, but it is generally frowned upon if you don't go. And my wife is making connections in her field. Okay. She grew increasingly weird. We have a system. If either of us are away for an extended period of time, we keep in contact. Makes sense. For the first day or so, she was herself, but she grew distant. I'd even text her about important stuff and been left on read while she claimed she never saw my message. You know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna finish the story and then, because I want to say something. But whenever we talked, she was rushing me or our daughter off the phone. These were all the times she wasn't involved in retreat activities. Right. Because she's really in some extracurricular activities. Getting extra credit. Yeah. Let's continue. We were supposed to have a mini birthday party celebration for our daughter over FaceTime. Our daughter was excited. It was something my wife promised her because the retreat overlapped her actual birthday. But my wife backed out because she had people up in her room after the seminar. No, sister. That's not how that works, boop. Okay, hold on. That's not how that works. It was like she wanted my permission to break her promise to our daughter. I told her I wasn't offering that nor making her keep her word. She said I wasn't being fair and that it was a networking opportunity. They were business oriented and wouldn't understand her stepping away for family time. I told her her decision is her decision, which it really is. But she'd have to explain it to our daughter. She promised that she'd rain check the following day. Our daughter didn't understand and cried. Well, of course, she's 4. You know, it's already heartbreaking that your mama already can't attend your actual birthday and be there in person because you're away for work. Now your raggedy ass can't answer the phone? Girl, bye. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, because I gotta say this, I'm sorry. But when it comes to babies, like I said, I have my own son. And I don't see anything being so important where I can't even at least answer the phone. At least say happy birthday to the baby. Like, if and then that also I feel like should almost scream red flags to her, because if you're working in a place where they can't understand that it's your turning 5-year-old child, because you know she's 4 in the story, turning 5-year-old baby, they can't understand that you need to take a quick little phone call to say happy birthday, sing happy birthday, you know, ooh, go ahead, cut the cake, ooh, open the if they can't understand that, I don't think I would want to work for them. No shade. If it's like that, no. You're basically telling me that I have to, most of the time, more than likely put my children or my family, period, on the back burner and have my job as my number one priority. That's what that's giving. If this is true, that's what that's kind of giving. And yeah, no. But let's continue. Our daughter didn't understand and cried. My wife ended up hanging up and leaving me to comfort our daughter alone. That whole incident rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like it. I don't like it either. She didn't keep her word for the rain check either. Wow. So that makes the situation even worse. Because even the next day, you still did not prioritize your child and prioritize work instead. And yeah, ouch. Okay. She was documenting the retreat on social media. One coworker, 23 male, was almost in every picture / video attached to her hip. In one picture, he had his arm too comfortably around her. IMO. What that mean, y'all? Oh, in my opinion. He's I'm sorry. I don't text like ill. He's a recent hire in my wife's department. She was asked to oversee him. I don't like the guy. He doesn't know boundaries. Once, in response to a work assignment, he texts my wife that she's exactly the kind of woman he needs to keep him in check. Ooh. Hello. Ooh. Oh, this boy is bold. This boy is bold. My wife has brushed it off. Okay. She feels bad for him because he's not fitting in. She took him under her wing during his first retreat with the team. If I'd question, she'd say she was tired or networking. There was always something, but I've seen her at these retreats. This wasn't like her. She was just off. The day before her return home, she complained about a bruise on her neck. She stressed it was a bug bite. I didn't actually see the bruise until she came home. I instantly thought it was a full-on hickey. More likely it was, brother. No shade. She kind of brushed it off after making a big deal of it over the phone. I didn't push because our daughter was present, but when I was able to confront her, she clung to her bug bite claim. When I kept pushing, she asked what I was trying to imply. I outright said, I believe she has a hickey. and I didn't believe she was being honest with me. We had it out then. She was offended and pissed at the accusation. Infidelity has been a sore topic. Her family has a history of infidelity. Hold it. It's in the blood? I didn't know it was in the blood. It's in the blood. Hold it. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh my gosh. It's in the blood. Hold on. So, oh my gosh. So we had a pretty bad fight, and she accused me of looking to pick a fight due to the incident with our daughter's birthday. I told her it had nothing to do with that and everything to do with the hickey on her neck. The fight ended in an impasse. We're still not recovered. She swears it's a bug bite, but I'm not convinced. I'll always trust my wife. I'll never doubt her, but this bruise does not look like a bug bite. It looks like a hickey. I only feel more strongly when I consider how distant and weird she was during the Vegas retreat. Again, they in Vegas, boo. They in Vegas, boo. No shade. Now, she's wearing turtlenecks ever since. And we're caught between arguing and her dousing our daughter and me with affection. Communication usually prevails for us, but not now. I think my accusation pushed us to a new level of argument. I'm at a loss here, and I really need outside perspectives. How do I move forward? Okay. Well, this is a lot, brother. No shade. So here's where there's a lot of problems with this. Like I said, the birthday party, that was really kind of a big thing to me because this is a toddler. She's 4 going on 5. Like, she still needs her mama, her daddy, you know, like she still needs her parents. And I understand this baby not understanding what's going on because she's a kid. And it frustrates me how, as you remember or recall, she was also on the retreat documenting on social media. Like, she was really like, come on, Todd. Come here. Come on, Todd. She was recording and twerking on some Todd, more than likely, but she couldn't say happy birthday to her baby. That's sickening. Child, that's weird. And the fact that she felt so comfortable, she clearly didn't give a damn, because for you to feel so comfortable to then have the same person or whatever in your videos and pictures on, so I mean, what? Todd don't need to be in every photo booth. Why is Todd all up on your hip, baby? What's going on? What's going on? And to me, I that kind of is a bit of a red flag for her to just brush it off, because she wants to say, oh, he's not fitting in. Girl, bye. He a grown man just like you. He'll figure it out. This ain't high school. I don't care about him fitting in. Girl, you there to make money, and that's it. What? I do not care about no other boy or person fitting in. I'm here respectfully, here to mentor you, and that's it. If he thinks it's a hickey, it's more than likely a hickey. That's really interesting how you get a bug bite. First of all, you tried to cover your tracks, because you thought that the story would make sense if you had said something the day before you return back home. So basically, y'all more than likely did the day before or the night before you were supposed to go back home. And that's why you got to explain to him, like, oh, Brian, I'm just making up names. Brian, I'm sorry, boo, but look at my neck. You see that? That's a bug bite. Who are you trying to make believe that? Because it can't be us. It can't be us. Like, and what gets me is what kind of and then on top of that, it's in the blood. It's in the blood. Infidelity runs in the blood. What? Man, bye. Talking about infidelity has always been a sore topic. I don't care. This is my life. If you really want to have a future with me, no conversation should take you to the point of, oh, we can't talk about that, or, oh, I gotta walk on eggshells when we have this conversation. What? And y'all been married for about 6 years, he said. Y'all about to hit a decade in 4 years, babe. And you still can't have a conversation with her about infidelity without her feeling some way? No, boo-boo. No, boo-boo. That don't add up. That don't add up at all. At all. Honestly, it sounds like she's putting herself first. She don't care about y'all or that baby. I'm not trying to be rude, but in that given moment, at that week she was on them kids. That week she was on my husband. Fuck that nigga. I don't fool him. Him. I don't like him. That's what she was on that week. That's what she wanted to do. That's what she wanted to do that week. And instead of her husband, she Todd, the 23-year-old. That's sick. And straight up lied to your face about it. And literally had anything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas kind of moment. She really did that. It's sick. It's wrong. It's sick. And the fact that she's love bombing you to not talk about the situation or to not, get into it or whatever, that's a real strong sign. She's avoiding something. There's something that she's avoiding. So that's a Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I keep hitting my desk. That's a real strong sign that she's hiding something. I don't know why she's hiding it. I don't know why she don't come out with it. At this point, he's obviously, questioning your behavior, how you're acting, you ignoring the tags, acting like you've read it, or what you doing? I don't know. I just hope he figures it out. Y'all need to go to counseling. Y'all need to go to marriage counseling or something like that, because she done Todd. Yeah, I'll put $1,000 on that. Yeah. So I hope it works out. He says that he'll always trust his wife and he'll never doubt her, even though he clearly is doubting her. And if her honesty, he's clearly doubting her. That's a contradiction. How you gonna say you don't doubt her, but you done wrote a whole story to us on Reddit, boop? That don't make sense, boopy. That don't make sense, boop. And it's possible that it's not a hickey, but at the same time, let's say it actually is a bug bite. At the end of the day, that still is really weird. How you are reading text messages, not answering them. You can't even give your daughter 5 minutes to say happy birthday. Those little things is really odd. She got the dude all up, and then you don't have time for your daughter, but yeah, you got time to post on social media all week long. How does that work? No, at the end of the day, even if it was a bug bite, you still were showing signs of being weird. So, but I hope they figure it out. Let's move to the next story, y'all. So the next story is my partner cut off a lifelong family friend because of her inappropriate messages. It says, so I am in a kind of a fucked up situation. I mean, I know I am right to have my boundaries, but I also feel guilty that my husband is cutting off help to lifelong family friends because of me. My husband is a doctor, so it's normal that family and friends come to us/him for reassurance, because someone either reaffirming what you were told or giving you a referral, if possible, makes people feel better. Zero issues there. I love that he's empathetic, and it honestly makes me wicked proud of him that people think that highly of him. So he has a friend who he grew up with. Their families pretty much raised them together. They were always friends since we met, but never like super close. Plus, we live in a different part of the US. I have met her multiple times and she seems very sweet. She's also married, which when I originally met her, and has 2 kids. So she already has a life with someone else. Okay. Well, her father is very sick with a type of cancer that has a low rate of recovery. Oh, I'm sorry. We live in the Northeast and they live down south. So our medical care is definitely exponentially better. The fuck? I'm sorry. That kind of throwing me. Why is it exponentially? Am I even saying that right? I'm probably not. But why is it exponentially better? That felt like a little shade, not gonna lie. Let's continue. Let's continue. My husband has been helping console and be a good friend to them to make sure he gets the best care possible. This friend has been a bit needy and using him for emotional support. I get it. I'm not jealous because what we have is solid. Period. Plus, when he has his medical mindset, that's it. Well, over the weekend, he woke up to some very questionable texts from this friend. She pretty much declared her love for him, claiming God brought them together through this and that she always knew they'd end up together. Like, what the actual... He told me as soon as he saw them in the morning, he messaged her back saying that what she said was highly inappropriate. She needs to find a therapist and that he no longer can help out. She claimed she was drinking and emotional. She also begged him not to tell me, his wife. We don't keep secrets. He blocked her number. I don't know what she told his mom exactly, but she's so angry and apparently it's all my fault. We don't like each other either. I'm not the Christian housewife she envisioned for her son, I guess. I didn't ask him to cut all ties. He did it out of respect and says that she has doctors and family to lean on. I feel slightly guilty because I hope that this doesn't impact quality of care. Maybe there was a way to cut her out and my husband helps her mom with medical stuff when needed. This whole situation has been making me feel gross. Am I the asshole? I don't think I am, but I feel bad. Okay, so no, I don't think you're the asshole. That's my first thing. First of all, she was already talking crazy to yo man. And then she went over there and linked up with yo op, aka yo man's mama, the one that already don't like you, and lied to her and clearly spouted out some lies. And it's unfortunate. I really hate those situations where the woman marries into this family and the parents or his family they don't care for the woman. You know, that's really sad. Or there's like some kind of conflict between the mom-in-law and, you know, the daughter-in-law. Like, that's really unfortunate. I pray that's not my life. I pray that does not happen to me because, oh my gosh. But, yeah, that's unfortunate. At the end of the day, I don't think she's wrong because one, she was married. She was married herself with 2 kids by that man, I'm assuming. So, and you over here trying to get my man? Well, that's my first thing. First of all, she was already talking crazy to yo man. And then she went over there and linked up with yo op, aka yo man's mama, the one that already don't like you, and lied to her and clearly spouted out some lies. And it's unfortunate. I really hate those situations where the woman marries into this family and the parents... No, that's not how that work, boo. That ain't how that work, boopy. Sorry. No, that's not how that work. And I don't like when people use the excuse of, oh, I was drunk. Oh, I was drunk. Oh, I was high. Oh, I didn't realize I texted you that. There's a saying, I don't remember exactly what it was, but basically, a drunken spirit will speak a sober tongue or a sober mouth, something like that. Basically saying, usually when people are drunk, that brings out your rawest emotions and feelings. It's almost like you can't lie because you're telling the truth, because it's like, that's how you feel. That's got the alcohol got you feeling like that lit. Thank God I have never gotten to that, because what? But yeah, I don't believe that, you know. Oh, I was just drunk. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, what? Girl, bye. You know exactly what you were doing. Those were your feelings. And the husband, he handled that perfectly. You know, at first I was thinking, like, as I was sitting here, I'm like, well, maybe. But no, actually, no. It don't matter how long they were friends or, you know, they grew up together or whatever. No, at the end of the day, she disrespected your wife and disrespected him too. And, you know, the marriage he has with his wife. Like, she clearly said, fuck her, be with me. That's literally what she said. And when it didn't work out, she then ran to his mom and lied on her. And clearly, and what's messed up is the mama believed whatever she told her, like that. She didn't even second guess it. You're immediately angry, and it's all my fault because how I live my life or what I want to do with my life, you disagree with. Like, what? Mind you, your son is a grown man. At the end of the day, he chose this woman. Stop thinking you can choose your children's future. That's not possible. It's not possible. At the end of the day, so, like, I'm a mama too. You gotta let your child just figure it out, you know? So if they get hurt, they get hurt. But if they win, they win. Like, what? He knows what he got himself into. What you mad about it? I never understood that. I don't get that. But no, she's not that. Well, I don't think she's wrong at all, actually, in this. No, I don't think so. So that was a lot. Okay. So that was a lot. I was not expecting that. Those two stories were very interesting, and honestly, it was actually entertaining a little bit because what be going on in y'all lives? What be really going on? But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed my commentary. I hope that you guys will comment below because I really do want to know what y'all think, and I really want y'all to, you know, what are your ideas or thoughts about these two stories? Like, what do you think these people should do in their situations or handle their situations? You know, let me know down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel because that helps us grow and, you know, me to continue to come back and make these videos for you guys. So please don't forget to subscribe to become a rosebud. So yeah. Don't forget to become a rosebud and subscribe, like the video, comment below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.